What is up, gamers? Barrox T to the V, and today is just a very sad day. The Xbox 360 Marketplace is shutting down tonight at 12 a.m. Stay strong, stay strong. It's sad. The servers won't be shutting down, but the marketplace will. And that's a lot of my childhood right there. Whenever I got my first Xbox 360. I have about 4 now because the goddamn red ring of death and, the disk drive not being extremely reliable for over like 5 years. But, whenever I got my first one, I spent so much time on the marketplace just downloading demos. And I felt like we've lost that kind of thing where every single game, I could be over exaggerating because I was a kid, but it felt like as a kid, 90% of every single game had a demo. And you could play the demo. And I thought that was really, really freaking cool. And then I got my Xbox One, probably a couple, 6 years later or something. And I'm so excited to be like, oh, I want to play so many next-gen demos. I go on the marketplace and there's barely any demos. So I'm like, darn it. I feel like the Xbox Live, the Xbox 360 marketplace was one of the best marketplaces ever. We had a lot of Microsoft games where you can play as your avatar and stuff, and they really made the avatar important. Of course, they were kind of wasting money, but not so much. And there were so many indie games that had demos that were maybe not the best quality of games, but they were pretty fun for a kid, And then I got my Xbox One and was like, well, there's barely any demo stuff, but it's not about that. It's about the memory of one of the best, in my opinion, marketplaces ever that I don't think anything is close to. It had its flaws, right? With the Microsoft points for a long time where you had to pretty much get Microsoft points instead of getting cash, and it turned to cash. So that was good, and the chance that it want to go through or something kind of stuff. But I think the Xbox Live Store marketplace was honestly one of the best, There's a lot of microtransactions, though. With the avatar, you could buy avatar stuff, but you could unlock it with achievements, too. So it wasn't like just my avatar. You had to spend that much money. Just arguably the games, you had movies and stuff, too. You had audio you could download. It was everything. There was trailers you could download. So many demos, it's insane. And just games. And it was fun. It was a really well-made, in my opinion, what I can remember it. Of course, I haven't been on there in a long time. But what I remember, it was very well put together and very easily accessible for a kid. It's like you could play demos, look at games, fun stuff. Of course, back in the day, buying games online was not as popular, nowhere near as popular as it was today. PCs back then had something called disc trays where you actually went to the store and there was things that said Windows for Windows games. Like, you guys know what these are? I don't. Whenever I built my PC in 2018, they didn't exist. Yeah, you actually used to go to the store and actually buy games for your PC, and there would be 6 discs. And the marketplace on Xbox 360 was very nice, where you didn't have to put in 3 different discs, and of course the download size were way lower. But yeah, it was back in a time where online purchases and stuff was not really the norm. It kind of got to that probably around the end of the lifetime of the Xbox 360, when the Xbox One was about to come out. There was more people buying stuff online, but most stuff was disc. And of course, I am kind of a pro disc person because I really like owning hard copies of stuff, because I think they're cool looking. And back in the day, there used to be actually developers actually gave a shit about what they put out on discs. So back in the Xbox 360 days where you didn't have to download the fucking game onto the fucking online version, the disc was basically just nothing, and you had to download the disc. Back on Xbox 360, you put the disc in the drive and you press play and it plays the fucking game. Back in the good days, all right. Back whenever, I go fucking Christmas Day, I get a game, I put it in my fucking Xbox, and I can play it that fucking instant. There may be an update for Xbox Live, no matter how old it is, but it's not going to be fucking 60 gigabytes update whenever I get a new game. I think that was the stupidest thing the fucking next gen consoles ever did, and honestly, I hate it. Because looking now, dude, you can't play anything. Like, I tried to get on my Xbox One the other day and try to play like old games. I can't play any games on my Xbox One because I don't own them, because I don't have Xbox Live. Like, I don't have Xbox Live Gold, so I don't own any of my games I bought, which don't make any sense. I'm having that problem with fucking Minecraft right now. I can't download Minecraft because apparently I don't own it because I don't have Xbox Live, like Gold, even though I bought the game on the play. That's a whole different rant video going over, but this is more important. This is a dynasty, one of the best, in my opinion, the best marketplaces. Even Steam, I think Steam is only comparison to how good Xbox One store was. Nowhere near as cool as the Xbox 360s. It was just so good, and I'm glazing the fuck out of it, but it was, honestly, you just had to be there. I'm so happy. I grew up in I think the golden age of video games, and ever since, you know, the new generation consoles came out, it's been just going downhill. At least for AAA games. I think indie games are on the rise, and that's great, but, you know, back in the day, there were so many fucking Xbox 360, PS3. It's probably the golden age of console gaming. So many exclusives, so many fucking banger games. They still hold up today. You know, like Oblivion. You know, but, you know, like the amount of classic games on that generation of consoles is utterly insane. Whenever you look at the games on the Xbox, the next generation Xbox One, there's a lot, but nowhere near the amount of classics, of gems, of absolute freaking 10 out of 10s. It's insane. But that's basically what we're talking about today. What do you guys think? Are you guys, you know, mourning the loss as I am? You know, I took it pretty hard. Whenever I learned, I was very sad. But it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Pour one out for Xbox 360 Marketplace. It was great. I'm happy it happened. I'm sad to see it go, but I'm happy I got to experience it. It was something special, something very special that I don't think, I hope will happen again, but you never know. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you guys liked the video, like it, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace. I missed the freaking button.